Coming from the Truspace, we ain't entertaining neighbors. I don't give a fuck what you say. Found the universal coochie, planting seeds and birds fruit. Now I'm really looking juicy. Welcome to the Truspace. Yeah, bitch, welcome to the Truspace. Welcome to the Truspace. Yeah, bitch, welcome to the Truspace.
Season. Yeah, looking at Cancer. Cancer having it through the 8th house. How do you think this is going to hit Cancer?
Oh, fuck. Okay, so this is gonna really force you guys to really put more energy and awareness into the area of vulnerabilities, power and control issues, everything that you keep behind the scene. But having the Sun and Aquarius go through here, you want to create association and network around kind of your vulnerabilities and things related to occult mysticism. I could see how this would be a time for you as a Cancer, specifically being so into nurturing and connecting with your emotion. That this is gonna help you build a backbone when it comes to your vulnerability through connecting with the people. And I bet that will actually help a lot relieve a lot of this emotional expression, since you're gonna go to the 8th house, the bottom of your emotion, and then you're gonna find people who will help you think about it in a fixated, logical way to communicate these things and break all these things out of the darkness. It's gonna be like Aquarius bringing that air bubble out of the darkness, so you're no longer stuck in the 8th house.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, this is that bringing the conversation about a childhood trauma about a teacher that said that you looked fat, or that said that your drawing wasn't good, and because you have the associates who you can talk to and have the deeper mind, when you realize that your whole crippling stage fright or whatever it is, and like the starting point of it was something like that, and it's even you just talking it out. They're able to bring it out into a space where you don't have to attach so much emotion to it, where other people could add logic to it and reason and more air to it, and now you can see it in a broader, less emotional, lighter perspective. Start lighting up some of that water. And we know Cancer be catching feelings all the time. Cancer be catching feelings all the time, and if Cancer doesn't express it often, like every month or two, the Cancer that's sensitive, that's not emotional, like they feel their emotions and they show it right then and there or on the spot. The Cancers that try and suppress their emotions, the passive aggressive type Cancer, every month or two they'll break down and start crying, I like Noel describes it as a Hadouken, just like a fucking energy wave or a Kamehameha wave comes out of nowhere, and it's like, what the fuck happened? But that's Cancer. Scorpio, on the other hand, they'll hold that grudge for the rest of their life, until they kill your ass, which is a whole different situation.
I can see how
that conversation.
I can see how that could be very exhausting for like Cancer, lymphatic and immune system. So it probably works the same way. If you uphold these emotions, if you don't express them, that's almost like you telling your immune system, "Oh, don't attack these pathogens, or don't attack these toxins and shit like that." But if you allow yourself to release all the water, or the Noah Ark flood, then I'm pretty sure you feel so much better. It's almost like you're allowing all the white blood cell in your body to go fight these feelings within yourself, but it plays out externally through the people.
Yeah, absolutely. So like Aquarius is adding that movement, that airflow to your limb.
It sounds like Aquarius is gonna allow you to develop a nervous system connection to the 8th house. Is gonna allow you to release more waste. So when it comes to your personality of Cancer, you could be like emotionally healthy, for lack of a better word.
So Cancer, this may be group work for trauma therapy. This may group work for some way to deal with your vulnerabilities, whether it be through your friend and social group, or through associating with certain people and certain mentalities, and diving into certain information and looking at your vulnerabilities in a lighter, less emotional way, you know. And when you really, you know, hit certain emotions and certain dark spots, a lot of times when you really hit ground bottom and you're like, you know, like I don't want to feel like this anymore. You start opening up to all different types of possibilities, and you lose judgment. You know, you lose your personal stake into things when you hit rock bottom. So a lot of times we shouldn't have to hit rock bottom for us to do these things. That's why we're giving you these energies. Otherwise, I could see a whole bunch of energy where you really fixate mentally and develop a whole bunch of thoughts and connections and associates based off your vulnerability. You start linking up with other people. This is the whole victim energy that I was talking about before, with other people who are victims. And all you guys have talked about your victimizations and your insecurities. You guys link up and solidify that shit. And you're just digging yourself into a deeper hole by getting into those type of energies. You need to be talking, associating with people that will show you the higher perspective. They'll be like, oh, we've all been through that, and you know, that's a part of life, you know, to take away some of that water, that individuality, that clustering and dispersing. I'll show you that rationality. Oh yeah, it's not just me, I'm not just some underdog victimization type thing. There's an aspect of reality. Okay, so how do you guys deal with it? How has other people in the past have dealt with it? Let me step outside of my own feelings and emotions and look at things a little bit more rationally, and then you'll find a wealth of information to deal with your insecurities and turn them into your power. Start using vulnerability as your power and what connects you to other people.
I bet having Jupiter in Aries in your 10th house will really help you, kind of remind you of like what you want to do for your own self, and kind of redirect all this energy that you want to connect with the groups with through your vulnerabilities to really climb up to your 10th house, so you can expand more on yourself.
Exactly. And now the things that you're responsible for are the things that are catering to you, you know? There's more of your own individuality in these things. More control in your life. There's less things that's forcing you to catch feelings, for you to feel sensitive and stuff like that, or to steer you away from feeling things fully.
Oh,
absolutely.
Definitely watch out, because next year you guys gonna have Pluto going through your 8th house. So if you don't really look over these things and create groups and network around helping you deal with your vulnerability, man, you're gonna have a demon somewhere in back behind your subconscious mind that's scaring you, and you're gonna be expressing all these emotions, trying to get comfortable, and people do not know what the fuck is happening with you. You gotta tell them you have Pluto going through your 8th house because you didn't do the work, or you do the work.
You need to do the shadow work. Dead ass. I feel that energy with Cancers and Virgos. Always talking about worrying like if it's a virtue, like if it's something that they're supposed to do, or mothers are supposed to worry and shit like that. It's like, yo, that's killing you. That's killing.
They would convince you that worrying makes sense, and you be like, yeah, it makes sense, but at the same, it don't make sense. You look at you.
Absolutely. So especially for Cancer, man, like I'm telling you, Cancer quickly, if you don't embrace your emotions, they stack up, and then it becomes sour and with Scorpio, and then it embeds itself so deeply into a subconscious once we get into Pisces energy that you don't even know your problems anymore. And that's when it's something that happened when you're 5 years old, you know, cascades into your crippling fear of doing something as a 30-year-old person. But yeah, that's energy for Cancer.